Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to our reaction to the game that took place today between Everton and Liverpool. This game turned out to be a fantastic game, a real derby that was full of action, full of drama, full of interesting things from players, from the fans, from the referees, from the coaches. Everybody did their part today. A game that was full of, as I said, of excitement, and this game ended up 2-2. The game started with a score from Everton. It was what can I say, a smart way to play a free kick. Got Liverpool defenders by surprise. They were expecting for the ball to be lefted, but they played it on the floor and they managed to score. And of course, they were sleepy. And I always said that Liverpool defenders, they make so many mistakes. Luckily, they have a good offense and midfield that can cover their mistakes, because we see a lot of bad, I would say, primitive mistakes. If you look at their games, they make so many mistakes, and one of them was today. They weren't able to track the player, and Alisson himself was not ready for it. And Everton scored the first goal at the minute 11 with Beto. On the other hand, after 2 minutes from that, Alexis Allister scored the equalizer from a header, from a beautiful pass from Mohamed Salah, who actually built that play, moving perfectly from here and there, and managed to pass the ball to McAllister, who scored. The short guys made it work. Salah is a shorty and McAllister is a shorty, and McAllister was able to score with a header. I would say the goalkeeper participated in this goal because he was a little bit lazy. He did not expect that ball is gonna go out. He just he didn't follow it. So the goal ended up to be in the net, and Liverpool equalized. The first half basically was a lot of control from Liverpool in terms of ball possession, but they couldn't do much with it because Everton were very good at disrupting their play. Like you can see today, Liverpool were not able to build that fast play in the midfield and move to the attackers. It was really hard. A really good job actually from Everton. They fought very hard. They defended high. Like whenever Liverpool had the ball, you find Everton players by them, and that was very nice to see actually from Everton. And on the other hand, as I said, Liverpool have been controlled the game, but they couldn't do much. The second half started the same. Liverpool pressing, but what can I say? Everton defending, and Salah managed to score the second goal for Liverpool at minute 73. Again, Salah, good positioning, good awareness, and that's what you need from what can I say, an attacker who is always aware of what's happening around him. Of course, nobody expects them to be there. The ball hit, I think it was from Curtis Jones, hit the post, and Salah was there, stopped it with his right hand and smash it in. Sorry, not a right hand, right leg, and smash it in again with his lefty. The goalkeeper could not stop it. And after that, Liverpool had some opportunities, but they could not convert them to goals. And things start to get dicey a little bit after some or actually a lot of mistakes actually throughout the game, not just after Salah's goal, but throughout the games. There were, I believe, in my opinion, there were so many mistakes today from the referee, which we're going to talk about the referee after. It seemed that he lost the control of the game. Anyway, what can I say? At the end, or in minute 98, James was able to score for Everton. He was able to score the equalizer. And of course, the fans from Everton went crazy and jumped into the field. It was fantastic. To be honest, um, what can I say? I am not a fan of Everton or Liverpool. I like Liverpool, but just because they've been doing a good job this year and they're playing really beautiful football. But for Everton's sakes, for history's sakes, it was actually really nice to see what the fans did at the end of the game. But there were a lot of controversies in this game, I feel. Anyway, so they checked that goal. They were looking for an offside, and it turned out to be not an offside. It was very, very close with Van Dijk. Then they looked for a foul against, I think, Konate, but I don't think that was a foul at all. To be honest, I was like part of me, I wanted Liverpool to win this game, but again, the other part was okay with Everton scoring because I think, actually, historically speaking, before this game, 9 out of 12 games between Everton and Liverpool end up with a draw. So you kind of today games live to the historical results. So I'm sure Liverpool fans were very furious. I saw a lot of comments online, a lot of fake videos about Arne Slot because he got a red card at the end. I think the reason for that, maybe he said something weird to the referee, and the referee was not happy with that. Anyway, let's address the elephant in the room and start with the referee. In my opinion, I think the referee lost control of the game. He was he gave a lot of yellow cards in situations that didn't deserve yellow cards. He what can I say? He was a little bit tense, emotional in certain instances. Like easily, he grabs a yellow card and give it to two players. And I think the atmosphere and the derby was bigger than this referee, even though this referee had, many games in the Premier League, but for some reason he could not control himself in this game, and he could not control the game itself. So I understand the task is very hard, but at the same time, you are a referee at that level. You need to be ready, and you need to understand or to learn how to control your emotions. I'm not sure if referees are being taught these things. I have no doubt that they are being taught to be careful when they are, refereeing big derbies like this, and where there is so much pressure from the fans and from the situation as a whole. Like Liverpool as the leader in the Premier League, and the win of Liverpool makes a huge difference in comparison to a draw, or not so much to a draw, but to a loss. So. For me, the referee was bad today. I think he is under average today. I tried to look for some information before this video to find if there is the official website that scores referees, but I couldn't find anything. But if there was one and they was participating in it, and the score was 10 out of 10, I will give this guy 4 out of 10. He was like the man of the, between brackets, the man of the match today. It was so funny. Anyway, let's move and talk about what can I say. After that, we can talk about. Let's talk a little bit about Everton because I think they deserve it. Because we've been seeing Liverpool. They struggled in some games, especially outside their home turf. Like the game against Aston Villa, they barely won that game. And the game, what can I say? This game was very similar. They almost won it, but they ended up, of course, drawing. But that's because of the hard work of Everton. They played very well. Midfield, they were there. As I said before, they disrupted Liverpool's play. They didn't let them build so much ball, and they put so much pressure on Van Dijk today. I'm not sure if Van Dijk was not mentally 100% there in the game. He seemed to be off today. He made so many mistakes, and that could be because of the pressure of Everton or the pressure of the whole situation today. So yeah, kudos to Everton. They did very, very, very well today, and this was the last game for them in that historical field. So I think a draw in this environment is dramatic. Derby scenario was beautiful. What can I say? Ending to playing in that stadium. So good for them. On the other hand, or another point we can discuss today, I would say Arne Slot's choices. Yeah, we know in the on the weekend they were disqualified from the FA Cup because, of course, Arne Slot did not take the full team and he relied on some younger players and also some main players like Diaz, Jota, and some other players that are not main, but they play a lot or they play often with the main team, like Diaz. Oh, Diaz is one of the, what can I say, main players, but like what's his name, Chiesa, Nunez, who comes from time to time and help. Anyway, and on the other, and then he used the youngsters to help in that game, but they end up losing that game. And the reason for that was that he wanted to rest the players or the main players for this game. Now the question was that the right decision from Arne Slot. I would say, in my opinion, and I said yes, I agree 100% with what he did. I'm sure he understands the situation better than most people like are watching and following online. Because to prepare for a derby is not an easy. And I think the reason why maybe his plan didn't work very, very well today, just because of the derby situation. Even though if Liverpool is doing way better than Everton, of course, this season, but when it comes to derbies or like to historical games, there is always that extra mental, psychological push. Either push the smaller team to, or the weaker team to become bigger, to have that extra push, or from the bigger team to feel like something is, there is an extra thing in the game, and everybody feels it, of course. And we can attest that from, for example, Man United, when they played against Liverpool and Arsenal, they played very well. They put so much fight. Then when they played with between brackets weaker teams, they didn't perform well, and actually they lost many games. Same situation here. I think today is a derby. The spirit of the derby had its impact on the game. The other thing I think we need to talk about is why sometimes, not sometimes, but a lot of times, people like reporters or analysts, they always say, "Oh, Salah was what can I say? He was not in the game. He was absent. He was this. He was that." I don't understand. What do you expect from an attacker like Salah? We know he scores. So what do you, if you are a coach, what would you expect from Salah as a player? What does he do in the field? He assists and score goals. What else? What else do you need from him? Right? When you need him, he's there. So I don't know why people are always, for some reason, they are. I feel like they were. I think psychologically speaking, some people did not expect Salah to be at the level that he is. I don't know why is that. I don't understand. Like when the guy has the ball and you give him space, you are in huge trouble. Like he's fast, his feet like goes like almost like in his space. He's so funny sometimes. The guy is like powered all the time. The guy works so hard. Beautiful assist, fights, for the game. Always has a smile. Always fighting for the game, for the team. I don't understand like why these people always keep saying that he is not. Maybe he's not. He is absent in the game. He is. I don't know. Like I don't understand that. What about Luis Diaz? I'm not comparing them to comparing Salah to Diaz. Diaz is a good player. Salah is a good player too. But recently, if we talk about Diaz as another player in Liverpool, so there is, I'm making a divide between Salah and Liverpool and Diaz here, because I disagree with what people say about Salah, and now we're gonna talk about Diaz separately. So Diaz recently, in my opinion, has not been performing well, and whenever he had opportunities, he was not he was not there. I would say he had a very hard opportunity, I would say, but he should have been more alert and scored that one, because as Aaron Slot in previous interviews said, when you are winning 1-0 or 2-0, yeah, it is not all done, because especially in the Premier League, man, there are goals scored in after time like crazy all the time. So I think he needs to be a little bit more aware, need to be focused a little bit, because I don't think he has scored for a while. Last game against Plymouth, he was supposed to push or to guide the team, but he was not there. He struggled a lot. He was not performing well, and I feel same thing today. He didn't do that well today either. So I think something needs to happen with him. Maybe a talk. Maybe I'm sure maybe they're talking all the time, but in my opinion, I think he needs to change something. On the other hand, well, I would say the last point that we will discuss in this game is what are the implications of this result on the Premier League. So, as we know, Liverpool, this game was postponed due to, my mouse is sleepy, due to, what can I say, due to some weather conditions, and that's why they play today. Liverpool, with the win today, they are, of course, still leading the table, and they are leading the table with 57 points, 7 points ahead of Arsenal, the next team on the in the table. Yeah. So on the other hand, our friends Everton, they are in the 15th position with 27 points. Like you see, a team in the 15th position, if it comes to Anfield, they will get smashed, I would say, maybe. But since they are playing their home field and it's a derby, it is they are gonna put a fight, and of course they needed to put a fight for themselves too, because they are close to the dangerous area. With this win, they are able to put themselves a little bit or away from the danger zone. So they are basically behind Tottenham and Man United. Actually, are tying with Tottenham. It's crazy, 27 points. And if you look at their last 5 games, they lost one, they draw one, and they won three. On the Liverpool, on the other hand, they won three and they draw two. Now, this draw today from Liverpool is going to keep the Premier League, what can I say, more alive, right? Because if Liverpool won today, that's going to be 9 points in front of everybody. 9 points of before Arsenal. It's a big challenge. It's still a big challenge. 7 points is not an easy thing for them, but at least it's not nine. So that keeps the hopes of Arsenal alive. But as we know, Arsenal is struggling too with their performance has not been perfect this season so far. And that's due to, I guess, some, what can I say, some important players who are injured for them this season. So, yeah. So I guess for general fans, this keeps the Premier League more alive, more competitive. For Liverpool fans, I don't think they are happy with this result, especially because they were very, very close and there was so much drama that changed everything for them. If we look at Liverpool's next games, what we're going to see in the Premier League, they are playing against Wolves the next game on February 16th, this Sunday, and the game is going to be in Anfield. So you think this game. They should win this game, but we'll see what's going to happen. After the Aston Villa, they're going to Aston Villa, then Man City, then Newcastle. So, you know, there are some interesting game coming up. So every game counts going forward. And as I said before, no, there are no easy games anymore. If each team is trying either to fight to stay in the fourth, the first 4 or 5 teams, or to stay away from going down to the championship. So yeah, more fun games to come. And I will be, of course, watching and doing my reactions to these. What can I say to these games, these fantastic games? I'm gonna be, of course, watching this weekend. So make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to tune in, and make sure to support me and help me build this channel. And I will see you in the next reaction. More games coming, more fun coming, and of course I'm doing reactions to some of the La Liga games, and of course some of the Champions League games. Again, thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye bye.